literally a big game. And they play for an axe, that annual contest to see which of these Bay Area schools will reign supreme. And after today, only one will be standing tall like a tree or chopping away at one. On the move from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Cardinal offense will take the field to get things underway. Last time these two bitter rivals got together, there was joy in Strawberry Canyon as Cal won a close one.
And that win really propelled Cal for the rest of the season. It was a momentum builder for them, and it just sort of stumbled Stanford. They had a hard time turning the page. This is one of those games, David, where if you lose it, you risk getting beat twice because it's hard to come back from.
So you're saying it's almost like that axe chopped down the Stanford tree last year and just ruined the season? That's what you're saying? I mean, that's what rivalry games do. They deflate you sometimes, and they change the trajectory of your season, and especially with the fans.
Here's the handoff. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Looking to throw on first down. Flips it out in the flat. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Leaves it with the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A third down try for the offense. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Here comes the hurry up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
To the air on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. This rivalry dates back to 1892, a mere 90 years before perhaps the most memorable play in college football history as Cal ran through the band on the field.
And that's a play they'll be talking about for another 250 years, no doubt. It's sort of synonymous with this rivalry between Cal and Stanford. And you never know. You never know any given year there's going to be a play that's just going to jump out at you, David, something you'll hold on to.
And I think one of the cool nuggets about this series, the big game in 1982, the band running on the field, the one y'all referenced, every year whoever has the Axe trophy, they change the score of that game. That's how petty this rivalry is. We just change history, change scores. I love it.
Wants to keep it in the air. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. That penalty cost them a third down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Stanford comes to the line, and that first down marker is a long way away. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Stanford.
The Cardinal will have to come up with a huge play to keep this drive going on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Flips it out on the screen. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Fields the punt and tries to... Oh, and now the ball has been knocked free. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. So the Cal Bears offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays on him.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops hoping for a chance today.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on third down. The Golden Bears will punt it away on fourth down. They'll look to pin him deep. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Yeah, and great job by the linebacker understanding what to do in zone coverage. I drop, I take my steps. When that quarterback's feet get set, my feet get set. I break on the football. Nice break.
There he goes. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll give it to the back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Quick touch pass to the receiver. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. grab behind the line. It's Sampson. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. So first down here as they go back to work. Going right to work up top. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Handoff to the single back. Finding an escape route. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Golden Bears can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. A quick pass to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Stanford quickly to the line. On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. There's always one thing sure to get the juices flowing for the Cardinal and the sturdy Golden Bears, and that's anything to do with the axe, guys.
Yeah, and the trophy games are fun. It's not a real axe, by the way. It's kind of a trophy with an axe on it. But this means something to them. It means something to the fans. All the pranks, all the history behind it all.
Yeah, it's really actually more of a plaque, which is interesting. But regardless, it doesn't matter what the records are between these two teams. Stanford and Cal, it comes down to this game. This is bragging rights, not just today, but for the rest of the year.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Motion from the wideout. Second down, they'll go to the air. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They say you could call. On every play, well, they did on that one. Second down coming up. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to fire. Safe completion on the screen. Turning it on! And they're able to make the tackle.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the catch. It's Boone. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The offense in its own end still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. Trying to do it on the ground. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
It definitely did. And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive, then stick with who you are. And apparently nowadays going forward on your own end, it really ain't nothing anymore.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Going to take a shot at this DB. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Unleashes one deep. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense set on 1st down. Looking to throw. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush. They win up front.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Here's the pressure. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. That big fella up front just won his one-on-one battle and got to the quarterback.
And that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to beat the guy in front of you, and great job by using your hands, getting by that first initial guy, and then getting to the quarterback. And the hard part a lot of time is getting him on the ground. Nice job by the big lineman.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. It's 3rd and long. Let's see if he's got enough juice in that arm. That's incomplete. Tried to set up the screen, and he dropped the pass. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. They'll start this drive going to the air. Gets it out quickly. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. The Golden Bears moving quickly to the line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Brown. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Marked it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Hit as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to throw again. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Daniels. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Golden Bears line up to punt it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
The give to the tailback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. The pull and throw off the RPO. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the 1st down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that. And as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Sampson. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Every second is meaningful, and they save a few of them with the spike.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to fire on second down. Caught on the outside, it's Boone. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. Oh, the attempt is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, massive expectations when the axe is on the line. And through 2 quarters, Cal and Stanford have not disappointed.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Low-scoring first half, but now an opportunity to get things off on the right foot here in the third quarter.
Well, and the good thing is you had time to go in the locker room. You had time to discuss what they're doing, what of our plan of action is now moving forward, Palmer. They might have caught them off guard a little bit. They know they should have made some adjustments.
Yeah, you had a chance to regroup and go back and think about, okay, where do we think we have our best chance of success in this game? Which side of the offensive line can we run to? Which guy can we throw to hopefully now have a much better second half?
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Tight end now in motion. They'll run play action. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it, and he will score! Touchdown, Cal!
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's got great speed. Got a little room. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. On the option. Oh, it's a fumble. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
Man, those are backbreakers. You get so excited. You force the fumble. I'm going to get a turnover. And the offense falls.
Second down after the offense averted absolute disaster. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Brown. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Going downfield for the big play. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
To the ground with the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Hauls it in. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Hold.
The ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back to pass. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete.
Well, the defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Makes the catch on the left. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
And I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on 1st down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these 1st downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Uncorks one. Finds space on the right. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field.
Hold.
So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll send the tight end in motion. The offense changing the play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab on the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. And that is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Man, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Creates a little room. Gets it past the marker. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Golden Bears can really attack on this 2nd and short. They go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here expecting him to get the ball again.
And the Golden Bears come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to drive a line. Trying play action. Here's the shuffle pass. It's complete. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. The Golden Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Give to the running back. And after a very short pickup on that run, we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. They'll try the run. Still on his feet at the 25. He's racked up 92 yards on the ground, and that magical 1,000-yard mark is oh so close. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Quick pass on the jet motion. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
It's complete on the right side. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the 1st down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few 1st downs, and I'm in scoring position.
And this is the chance for this offense. A 1st and goal, 4th quarter, trying to tie the game up. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Under fire. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Looking for the score! And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deep as the deepest, wide as the widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Never a doubt. That'll bring him to within 4.
And look, obviously you would have loved to score a touchdown there, but you did the important thing. Kicked a field goal, you're now within 1 possession. Can your defense get you the football back, and can your offense drive the field and put it in the end zone? This is what you practice for. Let's see if they can go execute, fellas.
Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
This guy's been running hard all game long. In the 4th quarter now with that last run, he's now at 99 yards rushing. One more carry away from potentially reaching that 100-yard milestone that all running backs covet.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. He's piled up 112 yards rushing in this one and within striking distance of a 1,000-yard season.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll leave it with him. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Cal gets it back, the sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative.
He uncorks one deep. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
Well, the best thing that's happened so far in this game for this offense has been looking this guy's way and giving him a shot. He has their only touchdown in this game, so they're trying to take another shot down the field. Good job in coverage defensively. You've got to be aware of where this guy is because right now he's been their biggest playmaker.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. This one's complete. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. The upset's been bubbling all day, now at a full full-fledged foil, guys. See if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
He's taking the deep shot. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. After the game, it is Stanford who